It's all about feedback, right? About people, people's needs, clients and their needs, development process, other processes. I will tell you about a tool that can be used to gather great feedback and how I use it during Agile Coach Camp conference, April this year. Okay, so the best what I could do is just ask every participant about their experience. It's actually hard to make so many conversations just after the event. So maybe I should have sent a form, simple web form with just one question. Tell me about your experience. I had to read all of those answers because of metaphors, hermetic language, different cultures, or even sarcasm. I would definitely miss the point of some of those stories. So, let's quantify everything. You are familiar with questions like this. People set off fast thinking just to get over with that. And on average, it was average, so we lose some important extremes. It turns out we don't receive deep answers. So what did I use? SenseMaker is a tool created by Cognitive Edge. It's actually a framework, just like Kinevin framework from the same company. There are 3 basic elements to SenseMaker. I will translate to you Dave's words. We begin with asking participants or respondents to write us a story about one single experience. It could be talk, presentation, something that happened on the conference, but just one single experience. While describing the event, respondent remembers facts, emotions, context. Focus on the single event helps escape the averaging trap. Second one. When respondent writes the story, we ask him or her to interpret this story on a special form. As you see here, I've used rather sophisticated form, but let's just look closer to one of those triangles. Respondent must set a dot inside or over the triangle. When we have 3 positive independent answers, to mark a dot, respondent must set off slow thinking and consider where exactly this written story lies on this triangle. And there was 5 triangles and other questions. And the third element. When we have all the stories, we can draw all of them. Here's an example from one of those triangles. Now is the most important part. These stories are okay. People and atmosphere both make the shape of informal conference, but here may lie stories we don't want in the future. We must read all of those stories, and whoa, we have something interesting. And now is the hardest part from the most important part. After reading all those stories we don't want in the future, we must ask ourselves what to do to prevent that kind of stories happen in the future. And basically, that's all. So we get the stories, interpret it on a single form, and then we try to manage our experience of those people to not have these stories happen again. I've used traditional paper and pen form, but there are some digital tools. SenseMaker is a specialized tool to get great feedback. If you want to see it in practice, you can feel this climate change study made by Cognitive Edge. Thank you.